fans along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium.
No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Maxx Crosby. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Shoves him aside. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go hard!
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Okay, ready, go,
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here to Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Raiders at 0-16 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels, because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson is swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out the backfield a week ago. They get on the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a give to Jacobs running right to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's got it. And he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First down and goal to go.
Wilson on the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. An extra point by Carlson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That one into the hands of Tony downfield. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Hardman on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 242 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads, and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you're onto something.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Wilson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on. There is a flag down. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Wilson. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's pumped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we sit here at our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. From his end zone, Wilson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here.
There he goes, right side. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 121 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 17-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
from his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
4th down, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Hands it off out of the gun. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
Come on, set.
2nd and 10. Now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That's good for Las Vegas.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got some space here. Touchdown Raiders. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got the two-score lead. It looked, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running the toss here to Jacobs. Credit the stop there to Leo Chanel, getting into the backfield and stopping him in his tracks. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, slant to Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 205 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
17 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Mahomes going to throw it here. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Right back to him on first down. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road, how about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Well, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these 2 teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the